Alright, let's have a look at today's market. Let's do some market analysis first. Let's have a look at the S&P and see what it has done. So these levels weren't adjusted before recording this video, which makes it particularly interesting. Because, for example, this level held exactly to the tick almost. We should move this one probably, because it was triggered from that spot, I think. Yes, it was. And this level was really strong as well. Okay, so the flip zone used to be at the bottom here, but I think we should move that up a bit. Let's first start by adjusting these levels to the most recent points that are interesting. This one slightly lower. Let's see, slightly higher. This should probably be moved to the overnight high at the moment. Because when the overnight high and, for example, the custom trading zone I enter myself are really close to each other, the custom trading zones seem to be ignored, and then the actual more stronger point of interest is actually the one that is going to be taken to be used by the market. So let's see, this level, I like this one. We could have this one over here, which makes it particularly strong because it has multiple points touching. For example, here, and it stops over here a bit before it moves up. Let's see, it slightly gets up this morning actually. I went straight up. That's kind of interesting. Let's see, this one can go here. There's several touches there. And this one is in the middle of nowhere at the moment, it seems, so we put it over here. Okay, this looks good. Let's change our flip zone. Let's make it a different color. And when we look at this flip zone, at the moment we're bullish. It goes up, right? So we are going to have a look, when does it turn bearish? What has to happen before it does that? So this is the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trading days. And I would say when it goes, it's a really strong pattern though. But we are looking for, I think the flip zone might be over here. This is a good one. And I also like to add a strong resistance point, which in my opinion is a level that is holding on several days. For example, this one keeps being used as a resistance point. Although it broke through pretty strong today, I do see it as a strong, maybe a support and a resistance, so we make that. Let's go for a nice red. That's not really the color that matches. Yellow. So yellow is then a strong area of support in this case, hopefully. So this could mean whenever the market comes here, we have a long opportunity over there. And when this breaks down, it's probably short opportunity as well. Alright, so that's the S&P. Let's head over to the Nasdaq. Have a quick look what happened there. It seems that the Nasdaq had made some new highs. It certainly did. It also went straight up. That's interesting. Let's draw some levels. This one and this one. There's a very strong movement in between, right? You might think this is a good idea, but it doesn't touch anywhere else. It just went straight through later on the next trading day. So we might use this one because it touches over here. It stops kind of over here and stops over here. And in between, just let it flow, I guess. This might be a strong point between those levels. And that's the Nasdaq. Do we have a strong point of support or resistance like we have on the S&P? We just get down, we can remove these. These are all training zones. But this might be an interesting level, right? So this is like from June 26th, and then we're looking at 110-ish. This is like 120. Let's see how that translates to the current day. 120, that's all the way at the bottom here. Oh wow, this is such a big movement though. Well, then I think we just have to go with the flow, because it's not really... it's unlikely that it goes all the way to 120. Back down today. Something really weird has to happen, especially after this strong bull movement. Alright, let's define a flip zone then. I would say, so this is like a strong move up, right? So we could see a retracement to like half the way here. So this will be an obvious point for a strong support level. So let's make the yellow. And when it breaks down to this level, I think we're flipped and looking for a definite short after that. So let's set this to the flip zone color. Alright, this is the Nasdaq. We use the Nasdaq to look at the to have an idea what is happening on the S&P as well, because when the Nasdaq runs into resistance, it tends to hold up the S&P as well. The same goes for oil. Nothing happened there, I guess. We can adjust this one slightly and move up this one a bit because it has a new touching point. So this is no longer valid in my opinion, because the more recent one is the ones we have to look at. Same goes for this one. This seems to be in the middle of nowhere, so let's put it up slightly. Alright. It's kind of interesting that the levels that are previously drawn are respected, but not exactly in the oil futures. Okay, so the oil futures kind of work like an elastic band. They pull down the market when it rushes down, but it's not like a rope that immediately pulls everything with it. It's like elastic band, it has some tension, and then after a while the markets come down with it, for example. The same goes when it rises up strongly. We see the same bullish movement here like we saw in the S&P and the Nasdaq, so they kind of work together. So that's why we also draw the zones that one. Alright, so that's the market analysis for today. Let's see if the market has some profit for us.